Hey there, and welcome. Think about the last conversation you had. Are you sure you got the whole story? Well, today we're going to uncover a secret language that your body is speaking, right now, whether you even know it or not.
Seriously, what if the real truth isn't found in a polite smile, but in something as simple as the tap of a foot? Let's decode these hidden messages together, starting, literally, from the ground up.
Okay, let's get right into this. You know, we spend our entire lives learning how to control our faces, to be polite, to be persuasive, to hide what we're really thinking. But our legs and feet? They never really got that memo. See, they're governed by the most ancient part of our brain, the limbic system, which is all about survival, fight or flight, and that means they often leak the unfiltered truth about how we're actually feeling. So where do we even begin to decode this language? It's actually super simple. We start with the first and honestly, the most powerful rule. Just look where the feet are pointing. This is pure, baked-in evolutionary instinct. I mean, think about it. Our ancestors had to move towards good things, like food and safety, and get away from threats. That ancient wiring is still running the show in our subconscious, which means our feet are constantly giving away where we'd rather be. And this right here illustrates that internal conflict we have all seen before, right? You're talking to a colleague, they're nodding, they're smiling, but you notice one of their feet is angled toward the exit. Their upper body is putting on a performance of politeness, but their lower body is practically screaming, "I have got to get out of here." That's the tell.
You can use this in social settings all the time. Let's say you approach a little circle of people talking. Watch their feet. If they only twist their upper bodies to say hi, but their feet stay locked in that closed circle, yeah, they're just being polite. But if they physically open up their stance and point their feet to include you, that's it. That's a genuine invitation. Their feet have literally made a space for you in the group.
Okay, so let's build on that foundation. It's not just about where the feet are pointing, it's also about how the legs are positioned when they're standing still. The stance itself is like a giant billboard broadcasting someone's attitude.
And this table just brilliantly lays out the basic vocabulary. If you see open, uncrossed legs, you're looking at confidence, someone who's relaxed. Now cross them, and you've created a physical barrier that signals caution, maybe a little reservation. The ankle lock? Oh, that's a big one for holding something back. And that classic figure 4 lock, you know, the ankle resting on the opposite knee, that is someone feeling very confident, maybe even a bit competitive and territorial. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? When you see someone lock their ankles together, especially if they pull their feet way back under their chair, they are physically and mentally holding back. It could be anything, nervousness, maybe some fear, or just a really strong opinion they are fighting the urge to voice. All right, now we get to the really fun stuff, movement. Because when our emotions get really strong, they have to go somewhere, right? And they often leak out through all these tiny, energetic movements in our feet and legs. Have you ever seen a poker player suddenly start jiggling their foot after they look at their cards? That's what we call happy feet. It's this little burst of positive, pent-up energy. It basically says, "I feel really good about this," or "I think I've got the winning hand." It's an absolutely fantastic signal that someone feels like they have the upper hand.
Now, on the complete flip side, you have the ankle quiver. This isn't that energetic bounce. This is more of a nervous, side-to-side rocking motion. It's a self-soothing gesture, almost like rocking a baby. It's the body's way of trying to calm itself down when it's feeling stressed or anxious. It's a huge tell that someone is uncomfortable.
And here is such a crucial distinction to make. When someone's excited, passionate, or being truthful, you'll often see these gravity-defying gestures. They might rise up on the balls of their feet as they make a point. It's all positive energy. But the opposite is just as telling. A sudden freeze, a complete stop in all foot and leg movement is a primal threat response. It's like a deer in the headlights. It signals that the brain has just detected a major problem, a really tough question, or it's working overtime to construct a lie.
So this is all fascinating, but how can you actually start using this right away? Well, it's really about putting these different pieces of the puzzle together to get a much more accurate read on any situation you walk into.
So here it is, a super simple checklist you can use. First, check the direction of the feet. Second, read the stance. And third, watch for any motion. This little 3-step process gives you an instant layer of insight that, believe me, most people completely miss.
And here's a final, absolutely vital tip. Context is everything. A single crossed leg on its own doesn't mean a whole lot. But a leg crossed, turned away from you, with a locked ankle? Now that's a cluster of signals telling a story. And maybe even more important than a cluster is a change. If someone goes from bouncing happy feet to a dead freeze the second you ask a certain question, boom, you've just hit on something really important. So there you have it. You are now equipped with the basics of this secret hidden language. In your very next meeting, your next chat with a friend, or even just when you're people watching at a cafe, pay attention to the lower half of the body. Now that you know what their feet are saying, what truths are you going to start to uncover?